Greetings and welcome to Cultures. It has been a while since I played this game, I gotta be honest. Believe it or not, these videos are not recorded on the day they are published. Believe it or not. Either way, we are now at Texas. So we're down in the south, I presume it is. At least we have left off from Mississippi, the land of the rivers, so now we're going to Texas, where the Vikings have to cross a desert, where they make an astounding discovery. Interesting to see what this will be.
In the morning, just as we were about to make our way back to the ship, the sky suddenly darkened. Violent rain and powerful winds battered our camp. Thor, the god of thunder, threw lightning bolts to the ground, and even the Midgard shook under his hammer. It was a storm to remember. But as violently as it had come, the storm abated in an instant. By midday, the gods had swept the clouds from the sky and the rain had stopped. When we finally decided to make our way, we discovered to our horror that the storm had swollen the rivers and streams. Where before there had been flat land and dry paths, there now flowed a giant river which blocked our return. All we could do was turn further to the west and penetrate deeper into the land's interior. We hoped we could avoid the flood and in some way reach our comrades. The further we marched, the hotter and drier the air became. Soon dry, rocky soil and bony trees replaced the abundant vegetation. But my father decided to keep on going. Whether it was a premonition that had brought us here, or whether the gods wanted to play a trick on us, I don't know. However, what suddenly appeared in front of us shocked everyone. In a shallow valley close to a small lake lay an old Viking settlement, destroyed and deserted but clearly built by people of the north. At first we feared that our comrades whom we'd left behind with the ship had built it. But as we investigated the ruins more closely, we found no evidence to support this. The only reasonable explanation seemed to be that Vikings had already discovered this land beyond the Midgard border and established a settlement. None of us had ever heard of such an expedition, and yet these buildings were here. They stood before us, and we could touch them. Among the rubble, we found a few arrows and spears like the Vinlanders used. There had obviously been a battle, and we assumed that the cowards had killed the Vikings. The evidence suggested that this could not have been long ago, so we decided to make our camp here and equip ourselves for a battle against the Vinlanders. We wanted to avenge our fallen brothers. That was the very least we could do for them.
Find the Vinlanders and destroy them. Oh, interesting. This is a very dramatic of episode, I would say. Texas, you know. I am a bit. I have not played this one, I gotta say. So I am intrigued to find out if it is desert land we're going to fight in. I guess time will tell. Establish the village as soon as possible and get military up and running. Should be easy. Oh, lordy lord. First, let's see if we can get this speed up. There we go. Slow down again. See if I can remember how to do all this. Can we? Nope. Not that. Let's see. Do I have any scouts around? Does not seem so, now, does it? I have a lot of constructors, though. That could be helpful. Let's get a huntsman first. I sense that there is clay around here, but can't tell for sure. Let's see, what is that? There we have it. On the men, please. Building constructor. They are all building constructor. None of them are civilians. You, my friend, will now become a scout. So I can scout the areas. See where I have my resources around here. There's clay there, so let's have a clay hut there. Let's see, there's where clay will sense. There we go. And that's fixed. Some wood would be great. You become a clay worker there. You will become Huntsman there. So that's the order of it all. And it says we have a mountain here, so iron might be extracted from the mountain there. Possibly. Oh yes, houses. That's kind of important. Like the willing tent. Let's get a few of these. Also a farmer's... Oh, it's just a farmer's hut. Let's just have a farmer. Let's have a farm planted there. Jan is now an adult. That's perfect. You can become a farmer right away. So we set up food production. Also, how much lumber do we have actually? Let me just see. 14, so we still have some wood. Have some stone up here and the gold nuggets. Trees, not so much though. We have some here. Not a bunch though, but anyway. Woodcutter's tent. I would like to have that there, I suppose. Huntman, clay worker, dwelling tents. And then you will find someone. No. You will not live there. Can I not? Yes, I can. You, on the other hand, you live there. You find someone to marry. Where's my scout there? Yes. It's the shores. Farmer, you live there and you get married. Got some berry bushes. So some basic food at least. But not a lot of trees now, do we? Let's see. Shepherd's hut or shoemaker's workshop? Oh, I can't remember. How is it now again? Let's see. Weaver and tanner. I know they have the weaver in order to get tunics for the archers. That I know. So that's the bottom of it all. Some clay around here. Woodcutter's huts. Perfect. You will now become a woodcutter. And I gotta say sorry beforehand, by the way. If I am coughing a lot, it's because I am a little bit ill. Oh, I'm not like sick, you know, like fever and all that, but not feeling well. But not so bad that I can't stay here or record things, you know. Yeah, you get the shift. The shift. You get the drift. And a farmer has now been made. Okay, good. Now, I would like to destroy that. Can I do that in any way? I don't think I can. I think I'm just doomed to them. A fruit farm, mushroom collectors. Let's see, let's get a mill. I kind of want it close to the bakeries. I guess if we make bakeries over here. Just cut down the trees. Right? Oh, we can try and see what happens. Oh, well, look at that. I have some sheeps. That's a good thing. Could you guys get another boy so we get one more farmer? For profession, clay worker profession. I think we have the basics. Or constructing things. We have a hunter who's making leather. Which is needed for now, at least. The mill, I'm not sure. It doesn't need stone. Not yet, but let's get that. Stonemason's tent. Ah, plenty of iron up here. Plenty of gold as well. Let's see if we can find anything else of interest. We might want to find some food, though. And soon. Or he'll starve. Didn't we have berry bushes around here? Yes, we did. I say, my friend. You should go down there and get some food. Or you die. You will also make a boy. Now we want to set up a thriving city. That requires a bunch of food, that I know. And the well can't be placed up here. But not around here? Because why? Could we be getting some more food? There we go. This is probably going to prove a bit more difficult than I expected it to. We should become a carrier for that. Some woods over there. Probably we should also make another woodcutter, by the way. I'm not sure how many can work the building. 3 wood, 1 pelt, 3 woodcutters, so we could actually just get more woodcutters in there right away. Building constructor, building constructor. I guess more of you could become woodcutters. It wouldn't hurt. I had to figure something out with this. I could, of course, just move. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. I want to delete this one. Then other houses, please. And then we want the well. Yes, built there instead. And we want the clayworker's tent. That could actually be built there. Well, why not then? You should start working as a miller, by the way. Waiting for these boys to grow up and be old enough to work. I think this is a relatively big map, actually. As far as I can see, at least. Wood and leather, which we are producing, so that's good. It's something I can find where it should work from, right? Work range, yeah, that's not what I want. I want you to work place, no, either that. Isn't there something about I can change? Change profession, not what I want. Assign the workplace. Go to. Want set center for workplace. Ah, okay. Let's get that set up to there. I haven't fully stocked it up on materials yet to the storehouse, so we should have plenty of room for the wood that they are caught chopping up. And he is working at some miller, right? Yes, and he's already good on the way. Human invaders, if any of you men dares to come near us, we will attack you immediately. Stay off course then, please. So now I know that. I don't think that's a good idea to be close to them. Oh, this is a real warfaring mission. And I can't remember if we can actually build catapults. Captain Maker, House of 3. Armor Smith. No, can't remember that. The Druids. In a circle, a druid uses mushroom to make fragrant oil. This oil acts as fuel for the sacred fire, which can be lit in dishes in front of the Vikings' dwellings and tents and houses. Oh, what is it now that oil does for my inhabitants? Either way, let's see what's happening here. Carrier's profession. He is hungry. Well, hopefully if he is close by the berry bushes, he can, on his own, get that food. We should get a house for 2 families. Let's see if we can build another one of those. Hungry, my friend. Get down there, please. You become an adult, work as a farmer. Would you be kind to do that now, sir? I can't remember how many women we have. I think we have a few left whom are still unmarried. Not what I want. You eat bushes. Not the bush, but, you know, the berry on the bush, please. Thank you. So they are up there. And we're definitely going to have something with traveling to do with the carriers, getting resources on from here and there. You have become adults. Let's see. Let's become a farmer right away. That is miller now. You are a farmer, good to see. Good train, not needed. Let's get a bakery set up. Let's set one up here to begin with. It's not the best placement, but better than nothing. Let's see if we can work there. Experienced enough. Baker, work there, please. You should become a miller and work there. And you should work. I know they can. Just have to wait. How much does this require? Stone, wood, and wheat. That's fine. Oh, plenty of wood up here, I see. Good for the future of the burning. By Thor's hammer, who are you then? Where have you come from? Go away! This is our land. We found it. The god of thunder brought us here through the storm. We built the settlement. We defended against those cowards. We fought for it with our lives, and we shall also defend the land from you. Well, that's just pleasant. So, plenty of wood which we can't access because of violent Vikings. No wonder. But still. And I can't negotiate with them, right? If you want peace between our people, you must pay the following tributes. 20 food. Oh, well, Vinlanders won't change their attitude. Oh, fine then. Well, we're definitely gonna get these on our sides. Don't wanna fight our fellow man. It's just weird or stupid, I would say. We're building houses down here. That's good to see. Let's see. You don't have a dwelling and you are not married. Do you have a dwelling? No. You live there and get married. If there's anyone free, that is. Do get a woman or a girl, please. Did you get married? No, you did not. Just try and find a woman or a spouse, I would rather say. House of 2 families? Yes, perfect. Should we trying to get a woman? Or a girl? Is there some food there? That's good to see. And a barracks. Where should we place a barracks? We're definitely going to make these our friends, that's for sure, first of all. So this space will be free for us. I think a barracks over here might be in order. I mean, it's barren. Nothing can grow there either way. Get some food, my friend. Also, I should maybe check up on this, actually. To see what does what. And hopefully they are getting a child in there. Hopefully. Experienced enough, now they can be trained. Sure, I'll take it as we time. I still think that we have a lot of land which is undiscovered, though. Let's see what we have around here. A lot of stone up here. A bakery is being built, good to see. That's two family. I probably should build a school as well, because all these men will be getting a lot of experience. We want that to our soldiers. I should rest here, my friend. Seems... I'm a bit worried they have this big of an army, though. Also, they are not many in here. So, at the same time, I think maybe we should begin to have a shepherd's hut. To, well, you know. In case they should come and attack us, that is. Let's get that built around here. So let's get some more boys. I mean, there are berry bushes around here, right? You walk right past them, my friend. Shouldn't be that difficult. Let's scout the area some more. See what else is here. See if they have a weak spot up here. Well, it would seem... No, it would not seem so. Just run away. So well defended everywhere. Great. That's just fabulously great. Food production is running low. Ah, on adults. Let's see you, my friend. You work there. You get married. Live there. You live there. Oh, you live there. Sorry, my mistake. Are you married? Yes, you are. So, are you not married? I see. You should get married, though. Got flour, just need some water. That reminds me, can I build a road? Let's make things speeding up a bit. Plenty of stone, some gold in the mountains. Meh. Well, I guess you should return to the village. We can be of use down here instead. What is he doing, by the way? Didn't he get married? At least I told him to do. You should return to down here now. At least he got married now, so that's good, because if they have a house which have food, then they can rest in the house and they can endure more. We're constructing a shepherd's hut here, good to see. We should have, oh, it is so small, carpenter's workshop. That will make us tools, if I'm remembering it correct. You should get on here. A shepherd's hut. That means the hunter have to get over there to become a shepherd. And so forth. And beyond. Where's the hunter? He didn't get married, no. But definitely should. Thank you. And the baker is making food, good to see. 3 times later, that is busy. But he should have a home. He does not have a home. Oh. House with 2 families, please. And then we should probably move some around here. I mean, on the other hand, Hunter could get over there, and then he could live in here instead. Miller doesn't have a home either, does he know? Nope. Bork is now an adult. You know what, Bork? You should become a huntsman. And then you should be a shepherd. Thank you. And you should be living there. Did our beautiful scout return? Ludin has also become an adult. Oh, that's great. You should become a huntsman as well. No, you will become building constructor, please. Where is my scout? There we have him. He should at least return and make some posts. To make it safer for them to travel around so that they don't get lost all of a sudden. And we should definitely trade with these guys to make them friendlier. We have plenty of wheat stored there. The big problem is actually the water from up here, to get that delivered to the bakery. You should live there. You should make a woman. Let's get some more men. Also maybe... Oh, you don't have a house. So you're unmarried, I see. Well, maybe if you get closer to the farmer, which lives there. I also want to marry, please. Oh, come on, she was right there. It's so difficult. Oh, she is married. Then who was it that wasn't married? What? Of course. You are hungry. Well, you know what? There's a pole over here if we can. He is being a shepherd for the sheeps. Good, good. House 2 families have been built. Let me just check up on my Vikings then. Females. Married. Single, please. Who are single? Could you maybe marry her? That would be great. Perfectos. Professional baker. That's good, then he makes 2 food each time. And my population is growing a bit, so you might want to... You're hungry still? Well, you know what? You now become carrier, and you will become a carrier there. Right. I can't work there. No, but you could. If you make another bakery, then you probably could work there. Maybe, hopefully. Let's see, barracks. I kind of want it up here. Far, far away from everything and everyone. They just got a bunch of men, don't they? Yikes. Why is war the only answer? I want to attend to the carpenter's shop. Oh, that's not right. I have a joiner right now. Also, probably gonna delete those 2 sooner or later. Clayworker doesn't have anything to work there as well. I have 10 lumps of clay, if we so do want to.
Yeah.
That was a boy, right? Yes. We should probably get some more. So we can get more bakers as well. Food production seems to be running low. The hunters should be hunting. In this area at least. Still a few rabbits around. Not a lot though, but some. Has nothing to do. You're a carrier, but has nothing to do. You could be a carrier for that bakery now, can't you? Also, let's see, can we build a school? Let's have a school built there then. And then we should train a baker right away. Instead of having him to go all the way through the initial work. Oh, someone has grown up, I see. You should become what? But I guess if school is done, which is not, still needs 1 stone and 1 wheat. But as soon as it is, I think you should become a baker. Just to make it everything a little bit easier for me. One wheat, come on, my man. Build, build, build. Perfect, attend school and become a baker, please. Now to have a professional joiner, which should give us access to House of 3, first and foremost. Also a spearmaker's workshop. Which is good. Also, a house for 3 is very welcomed. Well, yeah, let's first not get ahead of ourselves. A baker to live there, please. A brewery. trained. Don't really want that now, do we now? At least we have bakers making food now. You haven't been trained enough yet, have you? No, but you're close. Also, they're getting tools so they work better. Can't remember, didn't we have a potter? That stone. Don't have any clay laying around somewhere. I have a lump here. But besides that, I have some clay around here, but that's very far away, isn't it? Well, I guess it could be worse. I guess we'll move the clay worker's tent. Yes. I'll move you. We have a potter right here, closer to the city. So the wives don't have to walk that far away. Well, let's see where your clay worker's tent. A professional shepherd. That means we have a weaving mill now. Like that. Maybe we can have a house of 3. Yes, we can. Perfect. Then we should also have, if we can in any way, another school. I think a supply tent will be sufficient in this case. Like resources and stuff like that. But let's just wait and see, shall we? You've become an adult. Oh, that's great. I don't know what you should... shepherd might be a good idea. You'll also become an adult. You, my friend, you should be working as a clay worker over here. Get trained. Don't really need that. I see we have soon chopped down all our trees. Well, ain't that just great? And he's in school awaiting. What should you become? I think what I need right now is... a building constructor would be great with me now. Let's get you up to that so you work faster than that at least. We have a lot of construction work to do at the moment, so... You, my friend, seeing that we have plenty of stone for the time being, a potter. So we get some pots for these people. And infinite, I'm not so sure about. We have to get a lot of it, but not infinite. You are living there, right? Same goes for you, my friends. You all become adults. Go to school for the time being. How much food do we have? Oh, where is food? I have plenty of leather. 0 food. Oh, wow. But we have plenty of food stored there. Ah, that seems kind of odd, doesn't it? You know what? Become a carrier. That's what I need right now. Might not be what I need in the long run, but well, anyway. And you need woods, which we are getting up here, so you should stop production of that, that's for sure. See here. Your work area is... range of your work. There should be plenty of wood in that area. Professional carrier. Great if I could say to him to carry food first, but I'm not sure I can do that. We have plenty of leather, so that's not needed. Which means the huntsman now can become a shepherd, right? I mean, he could move on to this and then he could take over there. Well, for the time being, I think that's actually what we're gonna do. So, shepherd now. Clay works in, a weaving mill. And we have a clay worker here, right? Yes, we do. He's still making some crookery. Or crookery. Yes. CRO. Just make a few more, please. Someone is hungry. Well, hello, hungry. You do have a home, right? Where do you live? Should be living there instead. They have crookery in the houses, which is good. It makes it easier, or they don't get that much hungry. We haven't begun to store food yet, haven't we? You can be deleted now, don't need you there. Can I build a house for 3 as well? No. Don't push your luck, mass. A professional potter. And a brewery. I guess we could do that. But also the mushroom could be useful though. As far as I remember, at least the oil is important. As far as I remember. I don't quite remember why it's important, but I know it is important. You should be living there, please. No one's working there, so that's okay. But you got a lady for the man over there. Lumps of clay. We're producing abundance of food. Well, at least we have plenty of food in one of the bakeries. You should work now as a spear maker. You should maybe have, let me just see diplomacy. 1 in stock. We need much more food. Manufacture the desired quantity of goods. Well, that's good for you then. Do we have stored anything? No, we don't know. We have 3 stored, so that's okay. And we still have 6 stored in the potter's workshop. Now he's become a weaver. He's making plenty of tunics. Which we should be getting to the barracks. Which we have built. Of course we have. And let's see, can I see your spouse? Spouse, please. Make a man. Make another man. This is your working area. Yeah, quite the area. Let's see, can I set you to work more centered here and get more food then? He doesn't have a home, I see. Does that mean he's going for the food first then? It would seem so. That's great. Should probably build a road here as well. Going to there, and then we build another road. Oh, can I dig for water? I mean, that could have been useful, actually, in case of here. But it seems to work either way, so yeah. Can be trained to miss a hut, spearmaker. All fine and dandy. I think we have to make a hammer of some sorts. I don't remember what it is in here. But I'm pretty sure we have to do it. Bowmaker's shop. Also, we want to scout so we can make some builds around here. Also, a road going from here up. Something like that, maybe. I think we're gonna delete this one. Not sure about it, but let's see. Furniture workshop. That would be useful now, wouldn't it? Could of course delete the stonemason's hut or tent. Could be trade. That's only fine and dandy. Bowmaker. You will keep on making spears, though, but not infinitely. Become an adult, go to school. And in the school you will be trained to become a spearmaker. You'll become an adult as well. You'll become a scout for the time being. So we don't get lost all of a sudden. Excuse me. And seeing you are not married, which you are now. Professional spearmaker from the school, I see. To make some bows for me then. Let's get barracks constructed. You should probably make another bowl up there, please. This hut we kind of want to destroy. Let's have a house of 3 living here. We do want a house of 3, right? You have some men living up there, that could be useful. Or just have a people factory, that will also be very great. Just for the fun of it. Road needs to be connected. Set some wooden tools, we could also use another carrier. Well, we could actually use a lot of carriers, that doesn't matter. House food stocks, 19. Getting there. A few more carriers for the main warehouse would be great. He has made plenty of tunics for the time being. Also, the shepherd shouldn't be working that hard. As long as I have a house, I am satisfied. Just need a place to live. There's a place to live, I guess. Don't have anyone who's making tools for the time being. You have a home. Do you have a home? Swell. And they do have a home, but they're married but don't have a home. Well, now you do. It should keep my Vikings more fed and happy, that is. There are 2 carriers coming along there. We could use some more wives as well. Food stocks? Oh yeah, fully stocked now. That's great. You, my friend, should become... What do I need at the moment, by I could use a carrier. Get there. You should be getting resources from where exactly? You know what? Get the food. That's most important. Diplomacy. Let's see. Can I befriend you? They won't change this attitude anymore. Your people and mine live in peace, but we do not have a treaty. You are neutral to them. To change the diplomacy status, press the appropriate button. I would like to be friends with our friends. Well, that doesn't change for them. Okay, fine. Robbers. So now they at least won't attack me, hopefully. Which means I could begin to get up there and settle the area. Can't reach his workplace. But what are you doing all over here? Oh, you are not married, my friend, and you don't have a house. Well, luck, we'll see. You will become a carrier. The barracks. My friend, you will also become a carrier. Or this, I suppose. We should have built. And now I'm lacking a house. The baker lives over there. We'll have someone else. You. Live there. You guys live here. Demolish this. Get our furniture. Workshop built there. Everything is coming into place. Let's just make the side ghost to see. Bunch of goods. Well, the people of robbers have left this world. Ha! Died of hunger. I mean, there is food, so it shouldn't be that. Either way, they are now no more. Which leaves... Ah, okay, they did attack them. Okay, fine. Ouch. This is gonna be a tough one, isn't it? Because we need plenty of wood to make iron and gold. You're common adults. As well. You should get married right away. And you should also get married right away, please. I need a furniture. Or a carpenter, I think it is. You're standing all the way over here, my lady.
Yeah.
But why?
Yeah.
You are a bowmaker, which should be married. Could you find her and get married, maybe? Perfect. If it's rained, let's see. We did have a building constructor which didn't get married. But the miller did. Ah, dear lord. You should change your profession. Go to school, my friend. You will have a lady. And you will have another boy, please. I guess we should have a bunch of men. How's it going with gathering materials? Going pretty good. Still getting some food stored down here. What about you? Yes, you're still a carrier there, that's good to see. Get another boy. Get another boy. Get a girl, please. Probably should also have a little hut up here. And a merchant going back and forth, delivering, like, crockery, furniture, food as well. How's the crockery situation? Would you kindly make, like, a few more of those? Not infinite of these as well. Still have some tools left. Wait in the school, and you should become... what was it now? Let me see. Woodcutter, joiner, spearmaker, cabinet maker, so a joiner, please. Thank you. Right, yes. All those people. Plenty of flour. I guess we could make another bakery though. Become a joiner, which means you can be a cabinet maker now. We should probably have some more woodcutters. Yes, yes, please. So let's see. It's. I guess somewhere around here couldn't hurt. Let's just take these first. Also, supply tent. Let me just check on this. Add button is now that does that. Ah, there we go. Building list. Supply tent. There we go. Storage capacity of 100 items each. I think that's more than sufficient. I don't think a warehouse is needed for that. Let's get you built there. Also, we should have a gold mine if we can. Build that here. And I guess we're going to have a bunch more. Invented a new profession, homemaker. Let's see if you have constructed everything. Since we have a bunch of weapons at the time being. So maybe slow down a bit on those. Which means maybe you could return to carpenter? Or woodcutter, sorry. I mean, just for the time being. And there should be plenty of trees to chop. We have some furnitures. Let me see houses instead. Some of them are getting some furnitures now. Good to see. Let's make sure that they rest a bit better. Faster, at least. Food is looking good. Having plenty of it stored. Someone is hungry, oh. That's odd, isn't it? We could make some leather armor for the spearmen. That requires that we have... where is that? Where is that? Oh, so many buildings, so small text. I can almost see it if I squint my eyes. Huntsman, there we have it. Shoemakers. Schumacher. There we go. Build a road, please. So many have become adults. You should be carrier for here. You should get married. You'll become an adult. Yes, another carrier? Oh no, that's right. We need some more woodcutters. You become an adult. You become an adult as well. You should become a gold digger. Not in that way. So we don't have anyone. Cabinet maker who is not married. Get that fixed for me, please. You go find a wife. You got married. You sure you can't find a woman? Let's see. I think it's a stonemason that gives the access, right? Let's see. Clay, stone, gold, and goldsmith. She did get married, right? Yes, she did. Good to see. Let me just check. I thought it was a Viking, which I did not. This stone is not what I want. Only male, single. Got a bunch of them. Torval. Oh, we got so many more now. Oh, dear lord. What did I do? You should become a woodcutter. Paddock bread and all. Also an adult. How lovely. Or something at least. Send you to school for now. Didn't I place a shoemaker? I did there. You know what? Become a building constructor. I am just so sure that there was a man. I did not. Professions. Loneliness. I just kind of want you to be a civilian. Oh, lordy lord. Let's see. Kara, woodcutter, building construction. Kara, big and city. Play worker. Kara, no. So they all are working. I think at least. Let's see. Kara, big constructor. Potter. Shipper, clever, cabinet maker. Yeah, sure. Good. Fine. Can be trained. Learn a new profession. Building constructor in school. They can all be trained. That's perfect. First time has nothing to do, and he's a stonemason. Well, you should work there then. Gold mine will soon be produced, at least. Manufacture the desired quantity of goods. Well, that's all good. You should become a shoemaker now. Seeing that we don't really need the wool anymore. Also, do we have enough leather for that? A specific production. And can we get cattle? I see tanner, shoemaker. A shepherd. Our ship is allowed from here to tend to free roaming sheep grazing near the hut and shear the sheeps. But can we get someone who takes care of the cattle? It would not seem so. This red leather armor is made, which spearmen use as clothing for their protection. So I guess not. Huh, interesting. Old mine has been constructed, shoemaker's workshop, bowmaker's workshop, and haven't been used for a long time. That's fine. Make a bunch of shoes for me. You should become a gold digger. That's coming around here, storing plenty. Should become a professional carrier up here. Going so great for that. After all, this is a long way to go all the way down here to get the things we need. But we should probably have a huntsman tent around here somewhere. Even though... Let's just try it there. It's better than anywhere else, I suppose. As long as we have plenty of food, I am not so worried. So some crookery as well. Good to see. A huntsman. You are a weaver, so you should definitely become a good huntsman. How is this coming along? Somewhat. You're doing absolutely nothing, aren't you? We should have a house for 3 families. Then we should have upgraded a carrier to merchants. Will you make 3 women for me, please? I mean, 3 girls. A merchant. And for the future, someone who can make gold bars. He is hunting, that's good to see. They are carrying food in still. I have a feeling that we might need another carrier though. No, just in case. Can't be too sure on that. You, my friend, should be living there. You should be living there instead. You guys, well, it could be useful for you to live here, actually. I guess I'll reserve that for someone else. And I can't quite make my mind up if I have to get, like, swordsmen for this. I mean, they are, after all, a little bit stronger. I believe they are stronger, at least. Let's see. Iron mine. Let's get that constructed around here. This is hungry. Profession is now become a gold digger. Oh, you are getting hungry, which means you need to live somewhere close by. And it's also, slow down a bit here. Should get these married. Let's have a house for 3. Can we have a house for 2 then? Perfect. Shoemaker profession, that's good to see, which means we can make a leather workshop. You should now be working as a tanner. Shoes make them walk faster, if I recall that correctly. Let's make a road there, and let's continue the road up here. And let's get another... Should we get another baker, by the way? We have plenty of flour. Let's make another one. Just for the sake of it. If we could find a spot for it, that is. Well, this is not good. But I guess the clay could be burned away. In favor of that. You become an adult. Get up here so you can get married. Also, we should get the next man that goes... There we go, perfect. You get in there and become a carrier. Then you can become a merchant afterwards. He's a cabinet maker, should be living there. That's where it's a potter. I'll make a few of these, please. We don't have anything stored, right? No furniture, no crookery, no nothing. You should get married. You should get married as well. You should become a carrier. You become an adult, which means you need to become a smelter. Let's see, that is somewhere around here. Goldsmith workshop. You become an adult, you are married, good to see. Cabinet mayor, supervision, be trained, carry in the school. Then you should become a merchant. This should be the first one, this should be the second one. And they would like to get food. And some furniture. As well as crookery. If you'd be so pleased to get that up there. You should be making some of this. Some of this. Stone, we have plenty of stone for the time being. Some more wheat. Now, you were supposed to become a gold digger. Still did not become an adult. Just become a baker. Still have a kid running around, right? Or have I... That's a boy. Good. So maybe not a baker. I think these two will become bakers. You have become a gold digger, now you should become a goldsmith. Waiting in school to become stonemason, so you can mine some iron for me afterwards. And you should be carrying stuff up here to make it easier for the women to get the goods. I sense someone is not married. Female, singles. She's still single. You, my friend, you live there. You should get married as well. Oh, it would be great if I could delete some of these things. Not having them around. Decide concept of goods. I'm a stonemason in school. Good. Oh, what is that then? Let's see. Clay worker. Iron ore miner. Oh. So back to school with you. Clay worker? Was that right? Clay worker, iron ore miner, yes. A building has been built, leather workshop. And he's already on the way for doing that. 10 tunics, 10 spears. Become a clay worker in the school. So I've been all miner. I think I might have a little bit too many here working as, well, not working as anything actually. That is the kind of the problem. Get a boy, get a boy. And that has been built. Still waiting for the boys there to grow up. And they become the new bakery. You are a carrier for him. Good. This house is taken care of. Yes, it is. You become an adult, go into school and become a baker. Also, I think maybe I want to... I don't know to put this way around, that's for sure. You should become a baker. What was he saying? Something I wanted to do. Oh, yes. Oh, no. I can't remember. So hectic. Oh, yes. More construction workers. I think that would be useful. Also, some more carriers around here would be great. Could we get some more boys then? What? Let's see, house for 2. We can't really build that here now, can we? This... he has a lot of wood down here he could chop, of course. So we actually have plenty of wood. Yeah, I was worried we didn't have enough. Iron ore miner has been professionalized. They can all be trained, that's all fine and dandy. Let's see with the iron ore. Iron smelting works. Now we kind of want that to be closer by now, don't we? Or do we want to build it? Yeah, let's just get over there. Let's have a road. Let's have a road. Thank you. Go all the way here. Tanner, how much have he made so far? Not a bunch. Gold nuggets and wood in order to make gold ingots. Has he just begun on that? Oh, we might want to have another carrier for that. Adam is hungry. And your workforce of place is where? Working in the barracks. You are now working with him. We've become another adults. And I can't remember now what your purpose was. But let's just send you to school. I'm pretty sure that's where we're supposed to be. Have 2 families been constructed? Good. Let's see if they all have somewhere to live. They don't. Do you have a house? Yes, you do. Not married, though. But I guess that's only necessary if you have to get also grown up. They made the boys there. Make some girls for the men there. I guess the girls just make, well, tend to the house and stuff like that. Now, I know that I wanted some building constructors. I also want a carrier. And I also want an iron ore miner, so we can get this smelting works up and running. And after that, I am not sure what to do. I think just the food should be stable, and then the rest should be trained for warriors. These are just level 1, right? Yes, level 1. So if I can upgrade my men, which I think is done with the gold. I like to think so at least. Constructor in school, carrier in school. That's good. You should be carrier for him. No. Then be a carrier for this spot here. Train iron ore miner in school. And then you should become an iron smelter. Or melter, depends on how you pronounce it, I suppose. Food stocks are running a bit low. There's nothing to do. Well, you know what? Since you're just a clay worker with no job, I would like you to carry food for me. We have plenty of clay. We don't have plenty of clay, but we have clay. We should probably have a clay mason, though. Clay worker's tent. I don't remember what does that require us. 3 wood and 1 leather. And we do have... we have plenty of leather. He's a bit slow in that way. You've become an adult. You can become a carrier. Because I can't, at this point, for the love of me, remember what each of them are meant to do right now. So just filling in the holes as they come along. But I do remember something about having women for these houses. We're making iron, we're making gold bars. They are carriers. Should probably have some more carriers up there, though. At least he needs to have more leather in order to be more efficient. And he should become an archer. Yes, please. Archer level 2. 2 gold bars. Perfect. Archer level 3. Also 2 gold bars. Okay, fine. Leave the barracks. But they are gonna get hungry, right? Just as everyone else. Not sure how we're gonna fix that. We're making the roads, good to see. How many can work here at a time? Max 3 gold diggers. I have plenty of gold nuggets. Some wood. Just needs time, I suppose. Iron ore and wood. And in time, hopefully, we will be able to make armor and swords of the iron. And at least we have one, but that requires 2 gold bars each time. I mean, that's a lot of gold. And goldsmith. Can we make another one? Kind of one more for this. Give him more boys for that, please. Goldsmith proficient. That's good to see. Someone is hungry. They're all very hungry, aren't they? House of 3 families. Would have been nice if we could do that. Like somewhere around here. Well, I guess we don't use this. Right there in the middle of the road. We just have to make the road go around then. Humphrey Dumphrey. They become adults. Great. Get married. Get married right away. I think we have plenty of bows and spears. 15. Let's see. 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, on the other hand, we might want some more spears. Maybe swords for the rest of it. I mean, swords and iron armor. They have become married. Good to see. We don't have any extra crookery and stuff like that, so let's get that working on. Playbook stand has been constructed. Good to see. Might want another clay worker then. I don't have any stone mason either. Please get another boy then. So we need a clay worker and a stone mason. And some of my men are getting hungry. Which is not so good. I'm not actually the thing about it. Maybe you should have... that's a bit far away, isn't it? And that might be why. Well, that's a bummer, isn't it? If anything is. I don't think it's just deleting the trees would help there. At least we have plenty of food up here, which can't be gathered. For some weird reason. So we have the food, it's just not accessible. Ha! Come on, adults. Get into school. both of you. So we can have a clay worker and a stonemason. These bakeries are not doing anything good right now, are they? They need plenty of flour, which we don't have because we don't have enough wheat. A farm there would be bad placement. Guess we could try and do that. Cultivate land down there. I don't think that would be a good idea either, actually. Cultivating the land up here, on the other hand, would prove to be very, very useful. So let's see. Farmer there. A bakery, not there though. Let's get a mill. Oh, not a mill. Well, first. Let's have a few bakeries. Can I make... No, I couldn't. Anyway, a bakery there. And let's have a mill placed there. That should make that. One farmer. That's a house for 3 at least. And also a house for... Let's get 2 houses for 3. You will become a clay worker. You will become stonemason. Well, at least they are hungry, but a bunch of them are getting hungry, so that's a good thing, I suppose. Oh, these guys have homes, right? You don't. Get some women. Speed things up a bit then. Clay worker, you should get up there. And you should live there. Stonemason school, you should be working there. And should be feeling home there. These guys, on the other hand, live there. No. Well, work there then, dimwit. Can be trained. Food production seems to be running low. Yes, I am kind of sure, aware of that. We become adults, get into school as well. There we have our miller and farmer. Let's see. Miller, please, and a farmer. Oh, this might turn out bad. Well, at least we are still making food. So everything is not bad yet. But it's truly is getting there. Miller? You should be working there. You are a farmer. You should be getting there. School, farming school. Ralph is hungry. Well, you don't have a house either, but you are what? A carrier? And you work where? Work there. Oh, fine. Well, I guess that could be fine for you to live there. Greenland. Where do you work again? You work all the way up here. Oh, I guess you should have been living there then. Whoops. See, you don't have a house. Oh, you do have. Oh. Dinklewitz. Who's hungry? Well, they're all hungry, aren't they? That's a problem. They get more hungry when they don't have a house to eat in. Well, at least the hunger. It's postponed for a longer time, that is. Stone, clay, and wood. Well, we have stone there. We have clay up there. You are a baker. Well, you know what? You should just become a scout for the time being. And we should make a little pole right there. See, nowhere else, right? Doesn't seem so, but just in case they get lost. And I am a bit worried about this. We're going to attack these guys. Let's see, Baker, work that please. And he won't work that. It's just odd, isn't it? Now this is back on track. Somewhat at least. Let's burn this bakery now. Have some food, wood, water stuff, and fine. They can be trained. You become adults. Would you care to maybe marry some of these people? Men can be trained, that's all fine and dandy. No points are available for you. Release a civilian life. I guess this would be bad to just release him as he's level 3, but okay. Thorvald, Kali, Halfgrim is hungry. They are woodcutter. Carrier with a home. They are all very hungry. I gotta say, there is nothing. Hunter has some food as well. How is all this coming along? They need 1 wood, 1 clay, and 1 wheat. You haven't been married. Could you get married now? Thank you. She got married, perfect. Get trained. Baker working there, which doesn't work because would you be kind enough to like get a little bit closer? Maybe get some materials, that would be great, you know. Good one is hungry. They're all getting very hungry now, aren't they? Oh, lordy lord. As long as the bakeries down here are making food, and the houses have food, I am not that much concerned. Although the building constructors are a bit of a nuisance when they don't get their materials done. Now we've got the wheat. Look for food, and they're looking for food. Then please return to the village. House of 3 has been constructed. Husband's hungry. They're all hungry, aren't they? And when they get down here, they can't find their way back. I know it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So even though they are hungry, they just get lost instead. Which is not good. I can't find my way back home. I'm lost. Oh, they are all very, 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 very hungry. Could we prioritize this maybe? Turn to house. Online help. Not sure that will help anything at all. They're just wandering around now, aren't they? We might need another one. Huntsman. Someone who can... Scouts. Oh, don't do that. And it was going so splendid. I mean, just in case you get lost too much. It would be nice to have a post so they can return back home. Just in case, you know. Is that soon constructed? Still need one wood. Please construct it. Now they can return at least. Oh yes, he can actually destroy. Can he destroy that? No. Oh, that's not possible. Please don't say it's possible. I'll be very mad if it is. Now that's been made. Could we make the baker? Well, the bakery there is built. Okay, fine. Let's see your breaker. Get in there. Let's get that bakery up and running. Too far away. Of course they are. Teamwits. Now where did my scout go? See? I'm running away. Ah, then they can't find their way back home, and then they get lost, and then they die. Great, isn't it? Because they believe there's food down there. Return, my friends, return. Good. Running around, can be trained. All of this is nonsense. Just make some flour, please. Come on. Can't get to his workplace. What? Come on, then. Dumb men. Shouldn't be. Oh, they already. Oh.
Yeah.
Who are you? Carrier and a farmer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you maybe find your way home now? I know you're all hungry. Trying to fight the hunger. It's not going well, but we're trying at least. I have a scout there. You should be sent to school. Would you be so kind to become a civilian? Go to school. Although I would like to marry Thorkels. Nope. All hungry and all, that's fine. Become a baker. You are out there now. Oh, not a good sound. The carrier has died. Great. Well, as long as it's just a carrier. Olaf is hungry. They're losing health right now, aren't they? How's it going down here? Somewhat okay. Huntsman, no more. Attend to school, please. No. Oh, you lordy lords. Now attend to school, please. Olaf is hungry. Yamund. Yamund, my friend. You're a clay worker, which we kind of need. Not that much. You have a home, but you have no food. You're not married either. Ah, that's not good. Become scout for the time being. Oh, maybe not. Clay worker. Work there. Where do we have her? Wants a home. Yes, I know you want a home, and I have the perfect man for you. He's just not around at the time being. Oh yeah, student in school, you should become... Where do we have your carrier, please? And you lost your way home. Thank you. Can be trained, Got hungry, but don't want that right now, do we now? Where are you? Soon getting up there, come on. Come on. You die on me. Merits. Perfect. Now she has a home. You have found a way home. Carry to school. Perfect. Get up there. Hopefully all this should help in the long run at least. The carrier. We carry for him instead. Three carriers. Plenty of furniture for the time being. And also plenty of crookery, I would say. Although it's not stored necessarily. Also, we should have some more women. Maybe a supply tent as well. You know, just for the food to get it gathered around here. Spill a road. Connecting it all together. Enough is hungry. You're not married, but you have a home, which is where? All the way up here. Okay, fine. Get a girl. Can be trained. So it seems that our hunger has been not dealt with, but we are getting closer to it. It's been empty for a long time. I'm just very good at getting cancel on that. I sense they are very, very hungry, these people. Yeah, you have a house, which is there. Just need a woman to take care of it as well. Wait, were you married? You live over there. Well then, you live there now. And she should be taking care of that house. And you will become a merchant. First stop should be there. Second stop should be over here. And over here we would like to have a few crookery, some food. I don't know what that should actually be stored there on its own. Some furniture would be nice though. We should also begin to have a carrier there though. The bars and build and experience trained. That's all fine and dandy, isn't it now? Get a boy. Got two girls more there. Let's just see. You have a workhouse there now. Have a house there, and Baker there have a house already. And let's see, the carrier here should be there. There we go. Hopefully that'll make the supply chain a little bit easier. Could be trained, and Berg is hungry. Well, hello there, hungry. Hopefully, with all this taken care of, we can begin to focus on training our men. Hopefully. Where's your home? I maybe have said this a little bit too fast then. It was that. Oh, of course they're transporting food from here to there as well. Just wandering around here getting out. Oh, no. Then you can't find your way back, you dimwits. Anyway. Clay worker, which is very hungry. You know what? You become my scouts. If you can find any food, that is. Disappointed. Very disappointed in a sense. I should try to find you some food though. What is this? What are you doing out here? You are dying very soon if you don't find you some food. This has some bushes over here. Oh, this is not good. And here I was thinking, hey, we got this all fixed on. But no. Either is an adult. Hungry. Oh, the women are getting hungry as well. This might need to be a restart. If I can't get this fixed and under control. I think I have an idea on what to do. I was thinking that if I now make these men go in and become warriors, right? Send them to war, and then they die. I just have to know who is who and what they're doing, right? I mean, that could work, right? I'd like to believe it could work. Although it would be a little waste of it, but still in a way, it could work.
Yeah.
I like to believe it could work at least. I mean, they don't eat. Although they won't take the resources here. And these can't find their way back home now where they're lost here. What is my place? As a merchant? No, I think that's fixed. I don't think they lost any of them except from up here, maybe. That's it. So let's see. You next in line. You should become an archer, and we upgrade you to the fullest. Next, also an archer. Yeah, archer, archer, archer. Next, swordsman. Can't do that. Spearman then. Spearman 2. Spearman 3. Next. Also a spearman. Spearman 2. Spearman 3. Spearman 1, spearman 2, spearman 3. Leave the barracks. All of you. To war. At least I hope a thing. I like to believe it would work. Because then there aren't that many. Hope it works. I sure hope it works. I mean, they get in there and eat, which is not good. So we might have to take some more. You know what? No. You're still kind of essential for me. You're working where? We're helping there instead. Some building constructors. You guys should just get over here. See what you can do. I'm not sure it's gonna work, but either way, what's going on up here? I have a feeling a lot of these men will die. You will become scouts. Yep, I don't really care for it. I gotta say, to be honest. This is gonna end bad. Like real bad. Put a pole over there. More death means more food in the long run, hopefully. As long as it's not the right or the wrong one that dies. Doing right, stand here. Be ready. Hopefully they can do some more damage. They're still just level 1s. And they dying is not a problem. Now these people just needed to go back home, that is. Woodcutter, not the best. Should get all this back on track. Some food is stored there now. You're also close by, you are working there. You're wandering the wilderness for some reason. Death will become you soon. He was a cabinet maker, he should be turning down to that. Leave the barracks, please. Just return to that. So a lot of widows. All of a sudden. And this place should be getting its own. We should be living there instead now. Getting a hold of all this. You walk all the way over here. In the hopes of what? Food? Then I would advise you to eat. Instead of wandering around. So they actually did kind of good. And I assume they'll just produce more warriors as I kill them. As I will with my own people. Let's see, how much do we have here? Plenty of nuggets, I see. Plenty of each, actually. Maybe getting the gold thing was a bad thing. Let's delete that. Let's see. Don't have a baker down here. I have a potter. An iron smelter. Which can prove to be very useful still. He is married as well. Good to see. A baker and a merchant, which we need. That's a farmer and a carrier. What more is needed there? He's a woodcutter. He should be going to school. Become a civilian, please. Go to school. And then you should become a baker. I might also explain why we don't have that much food around here. You are now living there. I totally get it. Only woodcutter and a woman. That's fine by me. So look at that. If we lose that. A tanner and a carrier and a woodcutter. Would it be kind enough to go back here? Woodcutter? You should be working there. It's a tanner. Should be working there, but I don't think we kind of need that at the moment. Carrier, please. You are a carrier. You should be a carrier from here. With focus on this area. Baker in the school. Oh, we have a baker, but we don't have a carrier there. Oh, fine then. One civilian. Yes, good, good, good. Carrier. Good trained. Goodman has nothing to do. Let's see. We could, of course, make... If we have any construction workers left, that is. Let's see. Toolmakers forge. Armorers forge. All this sounds so very fine and dandy, doesn't it? Let's see, where do we have those? Armorers, swordsmen. Furniture, no crookery. I wonder why. Let's see, iron spell. Filth died, oh, that's no wonder. You're becoming a carrier for him now. Which makes me wonder why. Anyway, experience can be trained, so fine. You should be getting food, not wheat, please. Because we don't really want that. He's a carrier and a miller. You should become a civilian and return to school. And then you become a miller. Trying to get back on my feet here. Not going great, but at least we're trying. I am a bit rusty on this, say. There we go. Become a miller up there. So we can get this up and running again. And I mean 4 bakeries. That should be enough food for a somewhat large population, I would say. I bet there's some fine dainty work upon this, which you can do. Solmund has become an adult. Great. Solmund, you can go to school. And then you will become a goldsmith. Miller in the school. Good one has nothing to do. You're an iron smelter. You are still working there. Trained, nothing to do. The cookery parts. Don't have any left, so could be useful to have it though. Finishers, on the other hand, we have plenty of them. You become a woodcutter and work up here. Let's see, what else could we do? We might want to have another stonemason though. So, another man. Oh, yours just... oh. Well then. Is that 3 families? Oh, he is living there. Okay, fine. Get another man. Also, we should go check on this. Females. You're single. Let's see. Single. And don't have a home. Could you get over here and make yourself not useful, but, you know, charm your way with the men, if you will. Hello, beautiful. And could you get married to her, maybe? She's standing right there. Just waiting for a man. Oh, come on. Thank you. So this house could be improved now with her living there, hopefully. We're getting some food from the bakeries now. He should be taking the... Why is he carrying flour? I mean, of all things. Either way. And he is up to school. Have a carrier there, they work there. Perfect. Be trained. Oh, we have actually someone who can construct things. Oh, wow. And we actually have a bunch of them. How great that just may be. You should probably be not a gold digger, a clay worker, please. Might need more clay in order to make more cookery. It took a long time. Yes, I know, I know. You're a woodcutter. But you're not doing anything. How come? Do you have a place to live? You do now. And you're not married either. Oh, man. Well, delete that then. And then when you are returned to the hut, you should... There you are. Find someone to marry. I know there's single ladies in your neighborhood. Just waiting. There we go. Worker. Get up there. Let's see. No single ladies there. Single ladies there. They're just dying to serve some. Oh, make a home ready for a man. Let's see. They need wood and iron in order to make iron armor. Ain't that great? See, nobody's hungry anymore. Also, we are not getting the food I kind of want. That's fine. Worker, worker. We need a carrier from over here, though. Merchants. You'll become an adult. Go to school. You know what? Before I do that, I know there's some single ladies around here, right? Perfect. Now I'll go to school. Carry on. And go. Also, stone might be needed. Is that what we're waiting for? I have wood laying around. I mean, if you can find the way back home. Awful, just absolutely awful. Can you find someone to marry? And I can't quite figure out if it's beneficial to have them live there. I mean, I think it is. It's better to have the women live somewhere and then the men... I'm not sure. Either way, you're getting married. I go to school. A carrier. Should be a carrier for him. You have been married. You are married and have a home, and you're supposed to go to school. Train. That's all fine and dandy here. Making abundance of food. Well, I can't increase the minimum stock there. But I know they at least want 5 here. And so do we here. So food supply chain is beginning to be stable. That's very nice. Get some women for the men in the houses here. We have 2 females here, right? Yes, we do. So let's get another female. And let's get a male. And a male. He's waiting in the school. What should you become, my friend? Let's just get you a carrier. Maybe we can get up here. No, wait. Maybe we should have you become iron smelters. No. Either way, you want our carrier. Perfect. Great. And they also require wood and iron in order to make swords. Huh. Great, isn't it? Making infinite crookery, please. Train. Perfect. Do you want to marry Carl? I'm not so sure you want to do that though. Let's see, married he is. Also married. By the way, let me just check. Men, single. Carriers, merchant, a baker. Well, you should definitely get her married, that's for sure. Potter and a miller and a woodcutter. That's okay, I suppose. You guys are living there now. And that baker is living there, and he is getting married to her. This is taking somewhat longer than I expected. I thought I had a good run on this. Perfect, now you are out of the way. Oh, I just missed a lot of them, didn't I? I think at least there are some single ladies around here. There's one. Could you maybe marry her? You become adults. Into school you go. Oh, before you do that, marry. And then you go to school. You have become married. Oh, but you don't have a home. Also an adult. Marry if you can. Oh, that's perfect. Found a house. Yeah, you should be living there now. Waiting in the school. Yes, I know. And you should become iron smelter. Iron smelter. Let's see. We don't have a goldsmith, right? Nope. Let's have a goldsmith. So we have a smelter. Let's get an armorer. You should have been there, making more gold. Also, we might want some bows at least. There's now results. Armorer. Trained. Goldsmith school. Perfect. So we're just trying again. Back up on the horse, I suppose. Do you have work? Oh, you're working there? Oh. Well, that might explain a few things. Let's see, food-wise. 47, 15, and 9. This is more like it. Now we're at least getting somewhere. Get a girl. Get a girl. Get a girl. And lastly, let's get a boy. Also, by the way, let's just get a few more boys. No. After all, we need another... That's not an armor. It's a weaponsmith. Let's see. We'll have a single man, right? Yes. Get him a girl. Family of 2 there. Now we're back on track. I'm just... making a little note. So we can soon get some swordsmen and archers instead. I think that'll prove to be way more useful than the spearmen. That reminds me, do I need to get some more for the archers? I do. So maybe some stonemason wouldn't hurt. Also an iron miner and gold miner. Although we have some gold and iron stored. You never know. Someone has become an adult. Are you there? You should be married. Perfect. This beam's stabilized again now. Also about time, I would say. Can you find a woman where... hopefully you can. Perfect. You become an adult. That means school for you. Did he find a wife as well? Perfect. Become an adult. I'm sure I had a home for one. I'll go to school first of all. Oh, well, we have maybe overproduced women. It would seem so, at least. There are plenty of homes, but no place for them to live. So let's delete this and construct a large house. For them to live in, at least. Let's see. We have 2 ready for school. You should become iron smelter. You should become a gold digger. iron smelter, which means you should be upgraded to weaponsmith. Work there. Find a wife and live there. Perfect. Still unmarried. You become an adult. You gold digger. Live there. There. Also find a wife. No one inside, I see. Well, she's coming to the right way. Hopefully, at least. Now you can return to work. Civilian can be trained. Let's go. Become an adult. Go to there. Gold digger. Trained. First of 3. Trained. Waiting at school. Trained, and perfect. So, yeah, what should we do here? I guess some carriers wouldn't hurt. Also, maybe we should have a stonemason. We already have a potter, so let's have a carrier. You should be working there, living there. Doesn't seem to be any wives left. There should be a carrier for this guy. We'll be living there though. You know what? Carrier for him instead. The other guy's a little bit ahead. Should be carrier for him for the time being. We have a carrier right there, yes we do. 2 carriers here. Although we're not doing it efficiently, but still. We are beginning to lack some furniture stored in here though. Also, the crookery seems to be failing. Although the houses have plenty, I see. And that's what matters. As 3 swordsmen. Yeah, 4 now. 12 archers. I won't say that's a bunch of men. But we have a lot of civilian. Some warriors there, lots of civilians. Not sure if they're gonna produce fisherman's tent. Wham. I don't think they are. See, let's get a bunch of men. So we can train up an army. At least have plenty of points, which does something. So, the experience now, you see, means that the stronger he is, the less he has to eat. The more endurance he has. Was that right? Yes, stamina, endurance. The less need for sleep he has. And the rhetoric means less need to speak with others. And then last we have, of course, piety, which means he has a lesser need for praying to the gods, because he is a pure of heart. So this could have been, or would have been really useful for me to actually have done way earlier. So they don't have to go back and rest that much. They can actually just be working, eating less. That's very useful. So I thought it has something to do with them being out on the battlefield. But alas, no. So that's very good, because then we could just breed a bunch. Someone has become adults. Good to see. Could we find a wifey? Would you also find a wifey? And I sense that a woman have been made over here. Find a wifey, please. And can be trained to become adults. Perfect. So that's very good indeed. Now we just need them to produce a bunch of men. So we can get an army. And also, I need to upgrade my workers a bunch. I should have followed up a long time ago. Means they eat less, and they can work more. So strength is very important early on, I suppose. Doesn't go around going so hungry all of a sudden. See, that's not full speed, that is. And over time they gain this experience, so that is very useful. Trained? Sure, my friend. Strength. Become very trained indeed. I should have paid more attention to this. Someone's going hungry. Oh, that can't be true. I mean, that's plenty of food right at the bakery where you work. So, I mean, that should be plenty. And all these boys should have become warriors. Right? And that carrier there. I think you could do more work in there, though. Become an adult. Oh, these men. He's hungry. I'm not so happy to see this hungry thing, you know? I mean, there is 100 food alone here, 40 food here. Oh, 9 food here though, but anyway, you know. Let's get some more stored here then. I mean, there are plenty of food. It's not the food that's the problem. Also become an adult, get up there. And hungry. Well, let's fix this. Less need for food. At least that's what I could read from the manual, so I suppose it's true. Let's upgrade these. Archers. Still a bunch of men waiting, so that shouldn't be a problem. I guess we could have also dwelled into supporting them with beer, but, well, yeah, you know. Why are you not leaving the barracks? Okay, so now we have the bowmen at least. So become an adult, become an adult as well. Experienced. Let's see then. Also become an adult. Get in there then. Swordsman. We can only upgrade this once. Gotta wait for the more gold bars to be delivered then. Come on, sleep. Guess well-rested warriors. You can become a swordsman level 3. Should become an archer. Leaving the barracks. There we go. Also become an adult. Get in there. You'll be trained. Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
This is so nice to see. Plenty of food now. Not a problem. Plenty of sauce just laying around there. Yes, we might want to have, I guess, 5 more so. Yeah, well, 5 more archers, I suppose it's okay. How's the goldsmith going along? Perfect. Just if he can't keep up with the demand for gold, we might have to improve his work conditions by building another one, I suppose. It's one more archer after this. I mean, there is plenty of gold. Just needs to be carried. Please. A merchant. The more you know, I suppose. No strength at all. A Viking with no strength at all. I mean, that's just weird. Archer level 3. Swordsman. And I assume a swordsman is stronger than a spearman. I might be wrong. Let's leave all this. We should, because I don't want to do this all over again. There we go. Right, we just save game, right? Save. Save. Good. Now let's go to war. See if these redskins can withstand the might of the Norse. Now that we've been so good at creating an army. Hopefully. Well, if that's all they have, I suppose we could defeat them quite easily. Nothing more? Come on, get it. Stay close together. Don't need to get all killed right away, I see. Oh, yeah, they are. Yes, yes. Oh, they're getting into the towers. Does that mean that we could... So I don't have any warriors as per se, and I don't have anything here. Could I traverse this mountain then? Without getting attacked on? I mean, is that a possibility? It could be. And then not. Is there a back way here? Nope, but there's a tower there. Get out of there, my men.
Yeah.
Can I command you all to sleep? Apparently not. I guess we just have to go head on in. Well, that would kill us now, wouldn't it? Oh, they're also getting hungry now. Oh, lordy lord. See if you can find some food on your own. No? Let's see if we can do this before they die of hunger. Teams are dying of hunger. That's just not good. Get away from the towers, please. Well, they just died there as well. Not looking too good on the health, though. Ah, shucks. Should maybe have done this a bit faster, though. Looking in the back mirror. I guess you can always be smarty smart afterwards, right? At least I know what to do now. Get some men, my men. Not my proudest moment, but anyway. Now we have plenty of food stored. Ah, we just need some more bows and stuff like that. Let's see, don't we have a woodcutter somewhere? We have an extra one there. You should become a civilian. Attend to school. Let's see, furnitures? We're not making furnitures anymore, are we? Crockery on the other hand, do we make them? We do. Just not a bunch of them. Attending school. Bowmaker, please. Omega, get to work. How is it looking with the gold, by the way? Oh, we still have plenty of gold and plenty of iron stored. That's great news. Could use some more bows, though. See that carrier, carrying that instead. You become an adult. I was thinking that was something I wanted you to become, but I can't remember what it was. So, become a warrior. That went actually pretty fast. Get in there, you delightful Vikings. Oh, I missed one. You'll be trained. Let's do that. Become an adult. Get over there. Let's become an adult. I wonder how many I can store inside of here. I mean, I know there can be a lot, but how many? Get in there. You've Bowmaker. Ah, infinite, please. Be trained. Let's do that. Oof, that's a lot of men here. This will take some time. So what did you do today? Oh, I was just clicking. One button each time, and I'm well aware of how concentrated this looks. But if you knew how small and tiny this is compared to how big a screen I have, you'll be like, oh, I get it. It's very difficult. It is. Especially if you misclick or something like that. But I think we are getting there with the archers at least. Got a bunch of them. Let's have some swordsmen. Oh, excuse me here. Still have 10 gold, so guess we could get a carry on him. Can I? No, select the shield there now. Oh, boy. Swordsman level 3. Oh, boy. I should just get a bunch of swordsmen. Level 1 by this, and some spearmen. I mean, after all, we have the equipment for them. Not sure if it's changing anything or something like that, but I guess it could be nice to have a diverse army. I just need some more gold. Bunch of more gold, that is. Well, I guess I can say leave the barracks for you guys. barracks. Well, this is also somewhat of a big army, isn't it? They're just civilians standing around here looking for food. Well, that's great if they're going to die of hunger. Redskins. I don't know if that would be finding offensive since it's a game of old times. Oh. But it is kind of cruel that we, the whites, came and saw and destroyed it utterly. Abusing our power. Pish posh. But in this case, they are just ones and zeros, so if they are white, Vikings, Indians, American, Native Americans, whatever it is, I think we're getting them killed now. Sorry. And they just decide to sleep in the middle of the battle. Okay, fine. I guess that's okay. How much should we have to destroy? I guess a warrior's tent would be very ideal to get rid of. Is it just all of them that has to be eradicated? Because that's a lot. Just slow down a bit, huh? Reinforcements. And I am guessing they are dying because they don't have anything to eat. I suppose so, at least. I'll be mightily annoyed if I have to destroy the towers as well. I have to kill everyone. I mean, if they don't have any women, then how can they reproduce? Get him! I guess they haven't left, as per se. Or died. Some of them are dying of hunger. And I wonder if we can get them to stop dying. It's very annoying. Very annoying indeed. And I do hope they get food on their own. But they're also very tired, aren't they? I mean, they're around food now. Can they all go in there then? Well, at least they ate. Somewhat, at least. Good thing we have plenty of food in there. Had plenty of food in there. So it would seem that we have to destroy every single last one of them. Come along then. I'm sorry for that. I know the sound is getting into the mic. Not intentional. I wonder if they can gain experience points beyond when they have been fully trained. That would be weird, but anyway. They have been fully fed, so let's get on. I think there's someone up here, right? No, that's them. In that tent. Is he single-handedly standing here? Please say he's the only one left. Don't want to destroy the towers, I hate them.
Out.
Come on. Okay then. I'll get the towers as well then. Ah, someone's hiding in here. Well, I guess that makes sense. Ah, don't be sleeping now, come on. Don't have time for sleep. Please don't say they have a single tower somewhere. I bet they have someone over here. No, nothing? Oh, interesting. Shocking. Ah, now they're dying of hunger, right? Yes. There's no... well, they have some food around here. Please go around and look for some food. So, what's left? Something down there as well. Is this the part where this gets very annoying all of a sudden?
5 hours later.
Sneaky bastard. Finally.
By our victory over the cowards, we were able to take revenge for the death of our unknown comrades.
Was that it? Really, I've been fighting for 3 hours now, and this is it? Yay, Texas, I guess. This map proved to be a little bit more difficult. I had a little food shortage. I lacked food. So, there we have it. I managed to get through it by killing a bunch of my men. I learned a lot of this. I should probably not take this long between recording videos of this game. Or maybe at least just play it in my free time a little bit more to be a little bit better at it. But this is what I get? Really? Either way, I hope you have enjoyed watching this episode of Cultures. Either way, I hope to see you in another one. And thank you so much for watching. Bye for now. God. This.